نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. In the last lesson we discussed the rules governing a nominal sentence in Arabic. We practice our nominal sentence construction by using proper nouns. In this lesson, we will be replacing a proper noun by a pronoun in nominal sentence. Before using the nominal sentence with a pronoun, let's revise our pronouns. We will be replacing the subject or mubtada of the nominal sentence with a pronoun. Since the subject or mubtada of a nominal sentence is swapped with the nominative or rafa case of a pronoun, therefore we need to practice the nominal or rafa case of pronouns. The table shows all the pronouns in nominative or rafa case. We will start with the third person pronouns. The third person masculine pronouns are huwa, huma, hum. The third person feminine pronouns are hiya, huma, hunna. Our next group is second person pronouns. The second person masculine pronouns are anta, antuma, antum, and the second person masculine pronouns are anti, antuma, antunna. And finally, the last group is first person pronouns. The first person pronouns are same for both masculine and feminine, and they are ana, nahnu. These pronouns are used a lot in Quran. If you memorize all of them along with their meaning, then it will be very easy for you to read the Quran. In the next slide, we will be taking an example with a subject and then swapping it with a pronoun. Our first example is Zaid is righteous. For righteous, we use salihun. For Zaid, we use zaidun. Our final nominal sentence with a proper noun used as subject is zaidun salihun. In this first example, Zaid is a definite noun, so we don't have to use al for the subject. Let's swap Zaid with a pronoun, he. So he is righteous. For righteous, we use salihun. Since the subject is in the nominative case, therefore we have to use the nominative pronoun. The nominative case of third person singular pronoun is huwa. Our nominal sentence with the pronoun becomes huwa salihun. So huwa and Zaid represent the same person. Therefore, within huwa, a person is hidden. Here in this example, Zaid is hidden within the huwa. Leave it as it is, but at some stage we will take it out. So every pronoun has a hidden person which we will take out at certain stage. Our next example is they both are righteous. For righteous we use salihun. For they both we use huma. Remember that huma is used for dual case of masculine and feminine. Since here we are dealing with masculine, therefore we mean two male persons. Our sentence will become huma salihani. The final example for third person masculine pronoun is they are righteous. In the bracket, all is written to not to confuse with two persons. For righteous we use salihun. For they use for three or more persons we can write hum. Remember again that hum is used both for masculine and feminine. Therefore, our final sentence becomes hum salihuna. The first example for the third person feminine pronoun is she is righteous. For righteous we use salihun. For she we use hiya. Therefore, the nominal sentence with the third person feminine pronoun is hiya salihatun. To remind you again, we use salihatun because the subject uses feminine pronoun. The predicate follows the gender and the number of the subject. The feminine of the salihun is salihatun. The next example is they both are righteous. For righteous we use salihun. For both we use huma. The sentence is then become huma salihatani. I mentioned just few seconds ago that for dual case of masculine and feminine we use huma. The question arises that how we are going to differentiate if huma is used for masculine or feminine. To answer this question, let's bring the masculine sentence construction. The masculine example shown with grey background is different from the feminine. The difference is in the predicate. The predicate of the feminine ends in thani, where the masculine's predicate ends in ani. Therefore, from the context of the sentence, we can tell if huma is used as masculine or feminine. Our third example is they all are righteous. For righteous, we use salihun. For they all, we use hunna. The sentence is then become hunna salihatun. Again, we can compare this with the masculine. The masculine example shown with grey background is different from feminine. Again, the difference is in the predicate. The predicate of feminine ends in atun, where the masculine predicate ends in una. And the second person masculine or first example is you are righteous. For righteous, we use salihun. For you and singular form, we use anta. Therefore, the nominal sentence with second person masculine pronoun is anta salihun. Remember, you in English is used for both for masculine and feminine. The Arabic uses different pronouns for masculine and feminine. Once we construct the masculine and feminine sentence, we will compare them. We can use the second person dual pronoun, you both are righteous. For righteous, we use salihun. For you in dual form, we use antuma. Therefore, the nominal sentence with the second person masculine dual pronoun is antuma salihani. Remember that antuma is used for both masculine and feminine dual cases. Finally, to use the plural form, we have the example as you are righteous. All in the bracket shows that we are using the plural form of you. For righteous, we use salihun. For you in plural form, we use antum. Therefore, the nominal sentence with the second person masculine plural pronoun is antum salihuna. Feminine pronoun is you are righteous. In the bracket, female is written to remind you that the you is used for feminine. However, in actual case, you need to identify the use from the context of the sentence. Let's construct this sentence and then compare it with the masculine nominal sentence. For righteous, we use salihun. For you and singular feminine form, we use anti. Therefore, the nominal sentence with second person feminine pronoun is anti salihatun. By comparing the feminine construction with the masculine construction, in this first grey box, we can see a couple of differences. The first difference is in the pronoun used as subject. The feminine subject is anti, while the masculine subject is anta. The second difference is in the predicate. The predicate of feminine is salihatun, and the masculine is salihun. The dual example of the pronoun is you both are righteous. For righteous, we use salihun. For you, in dual feminine form, we use antuma. Therefore, the nominal sentence with second person feminine dual pronoun is antuma salihatani. As said earlier that antuma is used for both masculine and feminine, we can compare both the construction. The masculine construction is shown in the second grey box. The only difference is in the predicate of both the sentences. The predicate of the feminine sentence is salihatani, while the masculine is salihani. Again, the context of the sentence should tell you the use of antuma, if it is used for masculine or feminine. The last example for second person pronoun is you all are righteous. For righteous, we use salihun. For you in plural form, we use antunna. Therefore, the nominal sentence with the second person feminine plural pronoun is antunna salihatun. We can also compare this sentence with its masculine construction. Again, the you all in English sentence shows no difference between masculine and feminine. To compare both, the masculine sentence is given in the third grey box. The difference is in the subject, where antunna is used for feminine and antum is used for masculine. The second difference is in the predicate. For feminine, salihatun is used, while masculine salihuna is used. The final group of pronoun is the first person pronouns. The first example is for the first person singular pronoun. I am Muslim. For Muslim, we use muslimun. For I, we use ana. Therefore, the nominal sentence with the first person pronoun is ana muslimun. This nominal sentence is used for both first person masculine and feminine. The next example covers first person dual and plural cases. The sentence is, we are Muslim. For Muslim, we use Muslimuna. For we use Nahnu. Therefore, the nominal sentence with first person dual and plural pronoun is Nahnu Muslimuna. We have two nominal sentences here. Number one, he is reliable, and the second is, that is a book. The Arabic construction for the first sentence is Huwa Aminun, and for the second construction is Dhalika Kitabun. These two nominal sentences conveys full sense. Therefore, these sentences are complete phrases. We can compare the last sentence with the phrase Dhalikal Kitabu. We cover these type of phrases in demonstrative phrase. Dhalika Kitabu is translated as that book. By comparing phrase 2 and 3, it is evidence that the third phrase does not convey the message properly, though the words used are the same. Therefore, the third phrase is an incomplete phrase. We will play variety of nominal sentences with these incomplete phrases. For example, in nominal sentence, this book is without a doubt. The subject, this book, is a demonstrative phrase, which on its own is an incomplete phrase. When changed to Arabic, it becomes Dhalikal Kitabu la rayba fihi. Dhalika Kitabu is translated here as this book, but you can see in phrase 3 it means that book. It is a separate discussion which we will be taking about later in one of the lessons. However, at this stage, when you are translating the Quran, use this book, and for anything else, use the translation as that book. The complete and incomplete phrases can be compared. For example, Hadha kalamun is a complete phrase, but Hadhal kalamu is an incomplete phrase. One of the main differences you can see is that the complete phrase predicate is indefinite noun. Finally, we will be applying our knowledge by taking two examples, one from Quran and another from Hadith. Our first example is from Quran. The nominal sentence is, I am Joseph. Here we have the first person singular pronoun. Therefore, we can use ana as subject. For predicate, we can use Yusufu. Therefore, our nominal sentence in Arabic becomes that ana Yusufu. We said in the nominal sentence rule that predicate is mostly indefinite. By looking at this construction, Yusuf is a definite noun. Therefore, we have used a definite noun and deviated away from our rules. The reason we deviated away from the rule is that we can't replace Yusuf with an indefinite noun. It is definite and we have no other choice. If you look back at the rule, it says mostly predicate is indefinite. It says mostly, therefore there is a room for a predicate to be definite if there is no other choice. Therefore, there will be a situation that things will deviate away from the rule that we have learned. This nominal sentence can be seen in Surah Yusuf verses 90. This verse shows a dialogue between Yusuf and their brothers. Before we looked into this dialogue, first understand the situation happened before it so that you know the context of this verse. Surah Yusuf is a very good example for those who wanted to do some literary work. You can learn persuasive language, plot, and background setting, and especially the transition between scenes is phenomenal, outstanding. The verse is given here and we will be coming back to it once we understand the context of it. Yaqub alayhi salam had 12 sons. Yusuf and Binyamin were from the same mothers, and the other 10 were from their stepmothers. Among 10, 8 were bad and 2 of them were good, though they all conspired against Yusuf alayhi salam, but the 2 did not want to kill him. The stepbrother planned to murder Yusuf. Therefore, they persuaded Yaqub alayhi salam, their dad, to send Yusuf with them so that he can eat well and play while they are at work. They brought him here to kill him in this valley. The detailed information is not given in Quran. Remember, Quran tells the context of the fact with the intention that humans will get a message to differentiate between good and bad. But according to Bible, Reuben and Judah were against to kill Yusuf. As is referenced from Genesis 37:22, Reuben convinced the rest of his brother to throw him in the well alive. His secret motive was to come back later and save him. On the other hand, Judah suggested to sell him into slavery instead of killing, which can be seen in the Genesis 37:26-27. as he says that he is our brother. The monument on the well shown in the circle was built later. The close-up of the monument can be seen with the date inscribed. It is also written on the inscription, Jubi Yusuf. The Quran uses Jubi Yusuf when talking about this well. Nowadays, the well is securely covered. And when you see it from above, you can see the depth of the well. This is the actual well where he was thrown. In Bible, it is mentioned in Genesis 37:29 that when Reuben came back later to the well, Yusuf was gone. According to Quran, verses 21-29, he was taken out from the well by a company of travelers. They then sold him for a reduced price in Egypt. After many years in slavery, he was in charge of food. Therefore, when there was a food shortage in the country and nearby areas, everyone was heading to Egypt to buy some grains. On one occasion, Yusuf's brother brought Binyamin with them to get some extra food per person. Yusuf held back his brother by plotting against them. Next time, when they came back to get some more food, a conversation happened between them. This is the situation where the brother thought that he is dead, but Yusuf a.s. has a dialogue with them. And it says now in Quran, قالوا أئنك لأنت يوسف قال أنا يوسف وهذا أخي قد من الله علينا إنه من يتقي ويصبر فإن الله لا يضيع أجر المحسنين. So it says that قالوا أئنك لأنت يوسف. Are you indeed the Yusuf? Now قال أنا يوسف. قال, he said, أنا يوسف, I'm Joseph, or I'm Yusuf. وهذا أخي, and this is my brother. So this is what is given the full translation here, that are you indeed the Yusuf? He said, I'm Joseph, yes, I'm Yusuf, and this is my brother. Allah has indeed been gracious to all of us. That means قد من الله علينا إنه من يتقي ويصبر فإن الله لا يضيع أجر المحسنين. We just look at an example where the predicate did not follow the rule. Another example comes from an hadith, where the predicate does not follow the subject gender. For example, fasting is a shield. In Arabic, it becomes as-siyamu junnatun. In this example, the subject, as-siyamu, is definite, while the predicate, junnatun, is indefinite. They both are singular, therefore, however, the subject is masculine, but the predicate is feminine. As a rule, the predicate needs to follow the gender. But again, the nominal sentence deviated away from not following the rules. However, we can accept this deviation because for English word shield, we don't have a masculine word. In Arabic, shield is feminine. This nominal sentence is used in an hadith. In Sahih Sunan Ibn Majah, Kitab al-Siyam, where it says that الصيام جنة من النار كجنة أحدكم من القتال. So it is narrated by Uthama bin Abu As, may Allah be pleased with him, that Prophet peace be upon him said that fasting is a shield against the fire, just like the shield of any one of you against fighting. In this lesson, we looked at some nominal sentences where we use a pronoun. We also looked at some example where the nominal sentences deviate away from rule. In the next lesson, we will be using incomplete phrases as subject or predicate.
سبحانه وبحمده سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة وحسنة وقنا عذاب النار. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.